Good evening, ADU fans, home building fans, fans of comfort and dryness in your space of living. Happy International Flashing Day, and we are here to talk about some flashing details. A lot of folks don't understand flashing. A lot of flashing is done incorrectly or missed entirely on jobs, and flashing is essential to your building's health, the health of the inhabitants of the building, the longevity of the building, the durability of the building. So I'm going to talk about a few things that we do. We build a little bit more on the high performance side, but we don't use a lot of materials that inflate the cost tremendously, but do have a big impact on the overall building envelope. So I'm going to look at a couple products. We'll talk about a few things that we've got here that we've used on this ADU project. And then we'll do a quick walkthrough and show some of those parts on the building. So I'm going to move inside and we'll talk about some of the stuff. So the whole building is sheathed with Zip R. You can see the Zip R behind me on the walls. And then obviously using Zip's flashing tape to do all of our seam sealing. And then we'll use the flashing tape and the stretch tape on our windows to do our sill pans and completely wrap and flash our window openings. So that's one area that we use a flashing material. Another awesome flashing product, another tape, is the Siga Fen Trim 430. This is a super abrasion resistant, tough tape that we use to seal from the bottom of the OSB sheething to the foundation wall. This is kind of a belt and suspenders with a wedgie, like I like to say, but this product is easy to install. It's a split back liner, so double backing on there. It doesn't tear, so it peels off really nice, and it sticks to concrete really well, sticks to the OSB really well. Great adhesion and great durability for the longevity. We're going to be putting some brick on part of this building, so some of this will never get seen again. The other parts of the building will have some siding on it, and the fen trim will stand up to the time until we get all the finished materials put onto the building, so it doesn't get beat up and destroyed. So that's a couple areas. Some other products: Sashco's Big Stretch and Sashco's Lexel, and we use the Lexel underneath our sill plate, underneath our mud sill, and that's to seal along the foundation wall. We do a double bead, one on the outside, one on the inside, one below the sill sealer, the blue foam sill sealer, one above. And then Lexel will be used in many other areas on the project because this stuff is bomber. Once you apply this thing, it sticks to almost anything, and it seals really well. And then Big Stretch will be all of our, siding, trim, windows will all get done with the Big Stretch. So those are some of the flashing materials that we've used so far on the project. A couple other things for some of our penetration are these awesome vertical wall flashings. So these are a rubberized gasket, and I take the Big Stretch and put it on the entire back of this before I put it onto the building, and then I use the zip tape to seal around the whole thing. So this orange one is Odie. This is a pretty cool design where it can go anywhere from a 3-inch pipe to a 6-inch pipe, and you can just peel away. And then Quick Flash makes some as well that are already fixed holes. So that's kind of some of the vertical wall flashings that we use. Okay, so we talked about the zip tape, and you can see we've got all of our seams taped with the Zip R. And then the Siga Fen Trim, once again, just a phenomenal product, super durable. If I go inside the building, see, we can see some areas here where we got some squeeze out of our Lexel right there. It's a little bit more, the Lexel underneath that sill plate. And some more right there. And then you can see we've got All of our blocking and our rafter tails big stretched. And there's some of our OD penetrations done with big stretch behind them. And then the zip tape on top, so that's bomber. And then you can see up there still getting all of our air sealing done in there. So yeah, there's a few little details. Some great products. Cost a little bit more, but totally worth it. Makes the building so much better.